What's going on, y'all? Nick here, coming to you with another video. So this one is rather interesting, guys. So this is a testimony from this woman called Ariana Josephine, I believe, and this is extremely interesting because I haven't heard a testimony like this in a long time. So just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this girl that you see here in the Home Depot, outfit, she's gone viral for the craziest reason. So she posted this pic, and then you had a whole bunch of thirsty dudes online that was, pretty much questioning why in the world such a beautiful woman such as herself would be working at Home Depot, and they were suggesting that she should work in OF instead. If you guys know what OF is, if you don't, hey, that's probably a good thing. You shouldn't, know about, OF, but I'm sure most of us know what that is by now. But they were actually recommending that she works in OF just based off of her looks. And when she pretty much turned down their suggestions, you had a whole bunch of thirsty dudes literally doxing this woman. Doxing, in other words, they literally found the address where she worked, and they posted it online for everyone to see. Like it's very weird what men do today. But anyway, that's what they did, and it forced her to actually leave her job. So let me actually show you the video real quick so you guys can see this for yourself and get a little bit more context.
So a tweet recently went viral of this woman who works at Home Depot. Daily Lowry posted a selfie that she took at work, which started up this huge debate about whether she was too pretty to work at Home Depot and if she should have started an OnlyFans instead. But she apparently also made a tweet about her being an inspiration.
So you can see in this tweet, it says, "I really hope my post inspired little girls to realize getting money the right way is possible, and you gain so many insightful things and benefits doing it." So this woman, again, she's pretty much working at Home Depot, and just in case you guys don't know, she's gonna actually explain it. I'm gonna show you guys this in a different part of the video, but apparently she has this whole niche going on where it's like from Home Depot to Christian. So you kind of read it for yourself or see it for yourself rather, but that's kind of her angle and how she's trying to reach people. Apparently she's trying to bring people to Christ by showing little girls that you don't have to do it the way people in the world are doing it today, by revealing themselves, having a OF page, doing all the sex work. You get what I'm saying? And I gotta speak this way because I don't want this video to be demonetized, but you guys get the point.
To young girls who want to work regular jobs, which I think rubbed people the wrong way, but I also don't think she meant it in a negative way. And then to make things even worse, there were a bunch of men who ended up doxing her and made her quit her job entirely. People online really take things too far. I honestly don't think she meant any harm and probably didn't expect it to go viral. But also to say that she needs to start an OnlyFans because she's really pretty is wild to me. I can't with the internet, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
So yeah, echoing that woman, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Again, I think it's kind of weird because I respect this woman's stance of not having an OF page and not trying to do any type of sex work. Let me just get that out the way. I respect it 100%. But I do always find it a bit weird when people are coming to Christ, and you can kind of see the picture here. Can people take pictures? Sure, right? Like there's nothing wrong with taking pictures, but you take certain pictures and you get certain type of attention, and it's just like now you pissed off that you got the wrong attention, but here you are, playing around with your hair, taking all the selfies and all this other nonsense. And again, I understand full well that when you come to Christ, it's a process. You get what I'm saying? You're not gonna change 100%, just like that. It takes process. Even myself, I would never want to present myself as someone who's holier than thou or perfect. So I got all, my T's, crossed and all my I's dotted. I would never try to present myself that way. I am still growing. I'm still changing. I'm learning every day. I'm still trying to die out to certain areas of my life every day. But again, if she ever found this video, my only recommendation would be, it maybe doesn't help if you posting, sort of, alluring pictures, and then now it's almost like, I remember Dave Chappelle, he had that one skit where a woman is getting robbed, and a guy in a police uniform is just looking at the whole incident. And while this dude robs this woman and runs off, the woman has the nerve to scream at the guy dressed in the police officer, dressed in the police outfit, and say, "Why didn't you help me?" And the police officer, right, is saying,
"Oh, just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer."
So it's just like, you get what I'm saying? But again, technically she's only dressed in a Home Depot, uniform, but it is kind of alluring. But I want you to watch her testimony, because her testimony is really interesting, because she actually turns down a huge lump sum of money so that she can actually have a relationship with Jesus.
Let's get ready while I talk about my testimony of being the Home Depot girl to finding my home in Christ. So if you didn't know, I am the Home Depot girl, quote unquote, and I went dumb viral for literally working a 9 to 5. In that time, I realized that going viral like that was like crazy to see, but it also made me very anxious and nervous and started to open my eyes towards God. Disclaimer, I've always been Christian though. Don't get it twisted. I've always been Christian. I grew up Christian. My daddy did not play that, baby. We was in the church and we was reading our Bibles and we were very much attentive to God. But as I
So, you see what I'm saying? Again, you might say, Nick, man, you nitpicking, but do you guys get what I'm getting at? First the photo, and now even as she's giving her testimony, she's literally putting on makeup. And I've addressed this many times, but literally, Christians, you guys, y'all read the Bible. Okay. If you guys read the Bible, I mean, y'all would know that the Bible has a very strong stance against the putting on of makeup. Literally, the only place you can really see makeup, and it's not phrased makeup in the Bible, they call it painting of the face, and it's literally associated with perhaps one of the worst females in the book, Jezebel. Again, I'm not trying to nitpick or seem like that douchebag, but maybe if she ends up seeing this video, I really highly recommend that maybe you might want to change how you present yourself online if you don't want certain attention. But let's continue with this testimony.
As I got older and I went to college, I slipped from God actually, and I just really didn't realize it, and I just had that mindset like, oh, I'm young, so I can just do whatever I want and later I'll fix it. But God had another thing coming. It was just literally a random day at work, and I posted a selfie and went crazy freaking viral, and it just went completely south so quick, and I didn't know what to do, y'all. So through all of that, I was just very anxious. I started to really want to just disappear from the world and wanted to just become a nobody, because I was already building a platform and I was, working with a lot of brands and stuff like that. But once that happened, I kind of just wanted to disappear, y'all. Like, the world made me hate myself for a point, and I just realized that that was not of God, and I needed to fix that immediately. So after that, I kind of just started to lean on my boyfriend, and I was just like, very depressed because I got doxxed and my address was just publicly announced for the world to see, and I literally had people trying to find me at Home Depots. And it was just too much for me, and I just decided, like, I need to move, I need to get away, and the number one thing on my mind was God. God, get me through this. But what I didn't realize was God was actually opening a door for me to step into what he called me to do, which is building a ministry and bringing others closer to God and converting my life fully to Christ. So not even a month after all the Home Depot stuff happened, I went and got baptized, and that was such a beautiful thing for me. I was already kind of dibbling and dabbling into the Christian niche, I guess you can say, before I blew up. Like, actually a day before I blew up, I posted my first ever Christian video. You can actually go down and you'll see the video. And I was just like, wow, like that's so crazy. Like I just started posting for God and I blew up. And when I blew up, I just continued to post for God. So I actually had like 5 videos that I posted while I was like in the spotlight crazy. And it got so many views. And I just realized that in that moment, that was for me to just highlight my faith in God. It was no like getting anything out of it. I really didn't gain much from blowing up, y'all. Like I kind of turned down every opportunity that came towards me because it didn't really align with my morals. And on top of that, a lot of people were just trying to use me to, build themselves. And I'm just not for that. So, yeah.
I can actually respect that because even on my channel, now I'm not as big as this girl here, but one thing I did notice is that when I was posting a lot of videos early on, and you could go in my archive as well, but you will see that a lot of the content was actually game related. And it's interesting because originally I had named the channel Game Hard, and it was meant to be an analogy, meaning that life was a game. And if you were going to play this game called life, I wanted you to game to win, game hard, right? That was kind of the motto that I kind of had. And I was really just trying to show people through video game analogies, how to overcome, certain obstacles in life. And in the process of all of that taking place, there was many companies that actually reached out to me. They giving me brand deals because they wanted me to promote video games. They pretty much said, forget about this message about trying to help people come to the Most High. Let's focus only on the video games. And I myself was just like, I dabbled into it, but then I was just like, nah, I don't really want to be controlled by other people just for financial gain and then lose the actual message, which was bringing people to Christ. So as you can see, I kind of did away with that and I focused, really hard on the message. So I actually can respect the fact that she had the strength to actually understand her purpose and not to be derailed or sidetracked because of the allure of money.
But after I kind of built a platform, I kind of got away from Instagram because my engagement was completely butchered. Like it kind of still is really I'm not gonna lie, unless I post a major accomplishment, posting content on there gets me nowhere because people don't care. People are just following me just to really hate me. A lot of people hate me on there, but I just started posting on TikTok because this was my only platform that I did not have tainted by the world, and it really worked out in my favor. It was my one platform that I didn't have any followers on, nobody found, and I really was just like, you know what, I'm about to just start posting all my God content here because one, TikTok is not as biased. You either got it or you don't. So I just started to post my content on here and just be myself and take people along my journey with Christ. When I got baptized, that's when I really started, taking my faith more serious. And that's when I was like, you know what, there's no more excuses for me. I'm about to really do what God has called me to do, which is be a faithful servant and spread Jesus. And yeah, I get a lot of hate on the daily, but I wouldn't trade it for the world because that's how I know that I'm doing my job right. So yeah, I just literally started growing. And then not even a few days ago, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, I went viral again for posting a Christian ceiling challenge. And I felt so at peace during all of that. Some people were saying the craziest thing. I've never seen no stuff like that, but people.
So just in case you guys don't know what she means, let me actually show you what is Christian ceiling challenge is. So I'm sure you guys seen videos like this going around, is getting viral, but the ceiling challenge actually started off with a bunch of ratchet, girls out there that pretty much would put the camera on the ceiling and then they would start twerking. Because I guess, that's all they have to offer. That's the best thing that they could do. They got to find new inventive ways to just show their ass. So, Anyway, so what's clever about this video is that she actually puts the camera on the ceiling and watch what she does instead. I can take rest, 'cause the living God is living in my chest every day. So you gotta get the point, and I'm assuming it probably went viral because many people thought that she probably was gonna do the same ratchet things that all these other people were doing. You know what I'm saying? And here she is pulling out the Bible. So I thought that was pretty clever. But let's go back to her testimony.
People were saying the craziest things to me, and I just felt so at peace in all of that. I mostly felt at peace because I knew that what was going on needed to happen, and a lot of people needed that reminder to read their Bibles and, just love God and just, remember God and everything. So I really wasn't tripping at all the hate I was getting for literally not saying anything. I just was like, you know what, God, this is only one of the many times that I'm going to make the world upset displaying love for you. So, hey, bring it on, boo. Like, I really know that I am made to be a big influencer that just talks about God. Like, I just already know that, like, God has blessed me in so many aspects of growing a platform to, receive my blessings, but also to spread his word. So yeah, that is my testimony, and that is just how I went from Home Depot to being self-employed. I left school so that I could actually attend a community college so that I could get a trade, and that is my next step in life. I want to still make content, but I also want a career for myself. So that is what I am in the process of doing. If a lot of people are wondering, what are you doing now? I am getting to my bag and getting my big girl career and just being blessed, happy, and growing a community of Christ. And if you watch this whole thing, thank you. But I did, before the year ended, just wanted to make my final, I guess you can say, testimonial post about the Home Depot situation, because 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to bring this into the next year because we are way past that, and we have definitely grown a lot more since then and just made a community here that I'm so grateful and blessed to have. So join the family if you haven't, because we have so much in store in this new year. And also, I'm doing Vlogmas, so go watch my Vlogmas videos because they started today.
So there's that. Again, I think it's really cool. Again, I know I might have nitpicked certain things, and it's really coming from a place of love. I don't hate on this girl whatsoever. I actually respect her a lot, especially in a time where, we need to hear testimonies like this because, times clearly are changing. People have found more imaginative ways to do wicked. And like I've mentioned, like the OF pages that has come out, all these ceiling challenges where girls, all they care about is just showing their ass. This is literally a girl who's choosing to be hated by the world. And I love the boldness and the confidence she had in being hated. I mean, Jesus Christ said it very clearly. Don't be surprised when the world hates you, because know that they hated me first. Right? So if you're really trying to be a follower of Christ, you're gonna have to know that hate is coming your way. Truth be told, you should be questioning your walk if you don't receive any hate. Because that means maybe Satan don't view you as a threat. He just, all right, you won't do it. You know what I'm saying? You look just like the world, so you ain't receiving no type of hate. But nah, you get it on the point. I really do respect this testimony. Hopefully it's edifying for you. I'm going to actually leave her page in the comments section, actually in the description of the video. So please check her out. I think she's trying to grow a platform. And again, minus some things that I think she could probably, put aside so that she can even be that much more set apart for Christ. I think she's doing a positive thing for the young girls and trying to, promote a wholesome lifestyle. And I'll end off by saying this. Notice even the fact that she's blowing up on TikTok and YouTube, she's still actually trying to get a career. Now, I'm not really for, I don't really think it serves any real necessary purpose for women to have a career. But the mindset behind her rationale is what I appreciate, because she's not even trying to resort on making tons of money online. She still wants to find a wholesome way to actually get the bag. And I really commend it. And, what message that shows to a whole bunch of other, young girls is that, hey, you don't have to be on YouTube or TikTok just to make money. You don't got to be, an influencer. Just get a trade like this girl's getting, Ariana. Do something along those lines. And I respect it. I really do. But if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, do all of that YouTube stuff. And with that being said, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is King, y'all.